Well, now just because I want to reinforce how lookups work, and by the way, you will have to understand them and use them during your final exam in this class, let's do a lookup here. Now you can see that vendor name has got what looks like some data validation here. Let's look at the data validation and see what's happening. It says it's looking for a list called vendors. Well, we probably haven't named our list yet, but wouldn't this be a nice list for vendors? So I'm just going to select the list and I'll name it vendors. And now when I go back to the other sheet, yes, sure enough, I get to choose something. So textbook health science is what's been ordered here. And let's see if I can figure out which vendor that might be. You know, I'm not sure actually. I'll click All Text Software. And now I need the vendor ID for All Text Software. So this is a perfect opportunity for me to use a lookup. In order to use a lookup really conveniently, I'm going to select both of these columns of information, and I'm going to name this vendor info. It doesn't really matter what I name it, but the thing that you're looking up has to be in the first column, and then you can have columns after that that get returned in the lookup. So in this lookup, I want it to look at this name right here and return to me the vendor ID in column 2. So the first thing I determine is this a vertical or horizontal lookup? If I add more data, it's going to go up and down. That means it's a vertical lookup, and I'm asking for column number 2. That's pretty much all I need to know before I get started. So equals VLOOKUP. I want you to look up what's in cell B2, comma, to tell it I'm ready for the next argument. What's the table array? Well, I named it vendor info. And notice that it's highlighted blue now, so when I press the tab key, it locks in that choice. Ready by telling it a comma, I'm ready for the next argument. I want comma, column number 2, and comma, last argument. Am I going to see the exact words All Text Software? Yes, I am. So I'm going to click for false exact match, and I don't know if that took. Let me just see. Okay, now something's going on. I still didn't get my false in there. Oh, there's an extra comma. Okay, so now it's telling me that All Text Software is vendor 1157. Let's just check and see if it's working. All Text Software vendor 1157. So it's working beautifully. So here I could now choose the different companies. Office supplies, textbooks again. I'll choose All Tech. Whoops, I'll choose All Tech again. And the reason these aren't filling in is because I didn't copy this down. I'm going to copy it down right now. And there we go. Now I'll do an if error to fix for any that I haven't yet chosen. Remember, when you're doing an if error, you've got a nice formula. You go right between the equal sign and the rest of the formula and type if error. Then you go to the end, comma, quote, quote, and close parentheses. And now I'll copy that down. So no more if errors or errors showing up here because of my nice if error statement up there. And that way, if I haven't yet chosen the name of the vendor, I don't get these error messages. Okay, well, that's enough of that. That should be a good reminder on how to do a lookup and how to do if error.